Hello and welcome back to Shelf Center. This is Bryce. Thank you so much for stopping by. Thanks for liking and subscribing. If this is something you end up enjoying, you never know. It could happen. I've got another review for you. I'm trying to keep up on it, and so they're going to be short and sweet for the most part, but I wanted to make sure to talk about the books that I've been really enjoying lately. So this is actually a sequel to Dungeon Crawler Carl. This is Carl's Doomsday Scenario, Book 2 in the Dungeon Crawler Carl universe, whatever it's called. It's called Dungeon Crawler Carl. Makes sense. That's pretty clear. I love the spine on this, and I probably will have to get Book 2 when it does come out, or when I do find it, because I think it actually is already out. But anyway, Book 2, how do we go about it? So I like the covers now. What's funny is I did not like them when I first saw them just on the computer. I was like, ugh, gross. But now that I see them in person, and they're just nicer, and the spines, like I have mentioned before, are kind of cool, and they all kind of really pop on a shelf. So that helps. But what matters mostly is the substance. So let's get into that. This one is pretty much same level as Book 1. Book 1 I might like a little bit more, just for the fact that it was the first introduction to this world, and I just immediately fell in love with just like, this is awesome. I don't know what that says about me with the craziness of the world, but it is just awesome. So Book 2, literally, it doesn't even like have any kind of fluff. We're just literally immediately back into it. So I'm going to try to do this no spoiler, but there probably will be spoilers for Book 1. So jumping in, you're immediately onto the third level. That's where we ended Book 1. Third level now into our into Carl and Donut's epic quest to try to survive, essentially, and that's pretty much it. Just surviving. They've gotten to a little bit more than surviving, right? And at this point, and so they are actually they've got some fans, and then by that I mean they have a ton of fans, and so they're building that. They're hoping to get more loot, more crates, more everything to keep just pumping up their levels and leveling up, which is honestly, it's not a grind, I promise you. It is fun. It's fun how it's done. They do mention, like, okay, when you get here, you're going to have to grind it out, but it doesn't like get into the details too much on that. You know, it mentions it, and it's like, I like that you know, you're addressing it, but let's move on, and then so it kind of it explains it a little bit, but it doesn't have to focus on it too much. But again, you kind of get the leveling up as you're going with like this crazy adventure, and so that's pretty cool too. So in this level, we get to pick our people, and I won't reveal who that is. That's way too much of a spoiler. I'm trying to go non-spoiler, which you kind of have to do some inherently in just describing a book. Again, they face off on this new level, and it is awesome, and you know, a lot of the same stuff. So that's honestly what I came for in the first book and what I was hoping for in this book, so that's great. Which by same stuff I mean like going up against you know, the other competitors, and you know, some names from the last one kind of pop up but aren't too much of a focus. The monsters get crazier and all that, but then it does add side quests, and so we've got side quests now, which I can see why, and I was about to spoil, I won't spoil, sorry. I really want to when I start talking about these. So it does continue to add to this. There's some kind of bigger moments where you kind of get a bigger picture of what is going on, so that's kind of cool. You have some hints. Book 1 has hints about, you know, it's not all it seems here. It's not just surviving this crazy video game in real life. It's more than that, but anyway, so this takes it definitely to the next level with the extra, you know, side quests and all that. Princess Donut is just as hilarious, and still just you're rooting for, as well as Carl. And in fact, I think now, I mean, having gotten to know them and you get to know them, there's some just key things that happen that really had me rooting for them this time. And so it really, like, I mean, Dinniman has really just solidified these characters and made them so much fun. And again, this world that he's created is just nuts, and it's cool. It's like, just, you want to keep going. It is my new reading crack. So it used to be the Demon Cycle. Then when I finish that, I should probably there's another series going on that. I'm sure that will be as well, because Peter V. Brett, it's great. But this is my new one, and I am literally obsessed. And now I'm like, okay, now I really actually have to wait for my next Audible credits to come in. And as we learned, the book 7 is coming out already. So I cannot recommend the series enough. It is an absolute blast. Gosh, book 2, I mean, I don't even think I gave a rating to book 1, so I'll retroactively give book 1 a 9 out of 10. I know I'm going high. I really thought it was fun. It was just for pure fun factor. Book 2, like I said, I think it was a step down for me. It's really the same level. It's just, I'm just more going, I liked book 1 a little more. So it's like, of 2 things that I liked a ton, I liked one of them a little better. So maybe I'll go with an 8 out of 10 on book 2 here. I am so much looking forward to book 3. So one day we'll get a tier list going probably, and be able to talk about it all that much more. Anyway, thank you so much for stopping by. We'll get you next time. Bye.